Okay, I'm going to talk about Psychology Today, the magazine, and how y'all should just unsubscribe to it because this is just preposterous. You shouldn't be reading a scientific journal should not be associated with things that don't make any sense. Okay, they just shouldn't, especially when someone that graduated from Harvard doesn't even know their words. Because I'm just talking about this. Srini Pillai. This is called The Biology of Telepathy. You can do your research on it, type it up, look it up. It's on Psychology Today. Look, I'm about to go on Google so I can show you right now that this isn't some fake thing that I edited with Photoshop or anything. Hold on. So, okay, this is Psychology Today. I'm going on Google. Google.com. You see it? Google.com. I have slow internet. Okay, so this is Google. This is Google. This is Google. It's going slow. So I'm typing in the biology of telepathy. This is it right here. Do you see it? It's on top. So you can tell that this is real and I didn't make it up on some Photoshop or anything and edited it to try to discredit the magazine. Wow, it isn't loading. Hold on. Because of this stupid fucking internet. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm loading the internet right now. The stupid fucking internet. Okay. So I'm going to it. Okay, as you can see, this is the biology of telepathy. This is on the top result on Google, and it's on Psychology Today. And I just clicked on it. So this is the biology of telepathy. It was written by Srini Pillai. He's a doctor of medicine that literally graduated top of his class, as in literally like he knows his words. So I'm just going to read out loud what this entire article is prefaced as. He literally says extrasensory perception, ESP, refers to information that is perceived outside of the five senses. This includes phenomena, and by definition, phenomenon is an observable fact. You cannot argue against that. That's just the definition of the word. I didn't make that definition up. It's somebody else did. That's just the definition of it, and that's just the way it's always going to be. You can't argue against it. I'm just stating, he used that word specifically. Somebody who went to Harvard, dude. I'm talking about somebody who should know their vocabulary. Have you heard these people speaking during their commencement speeches? They are not in any shape or form like they know what they're talking about. So, okay, he literally just called telepathy, clairvoyance, and knowledge of future events a phenomenon. As in, they are real. Undeniably real. Though that's what a phenomenon is. It is undeniably real because it is an observable fact. And then he goes on to say that since these phenomena cannot be overtly seen or measured, phenomena can be seen and measured. That's what they're observable. Things that are observable can be seen and measured. Observe. I'm observing. Do you understand? When you observe things, you're observing. You're seeing them. So he goes on to talk about mirror neurons. And I'm just going to read a part out of this. Hold on. I'm just going to read a part out of this before this stupid thing. This is a stupid thing. I hate the battery on this thing. Anyway, it says, in fact, we can grasp the intentions and emotions of others automatically. Why is he going on to state this? And it also says here, many studies have demonstrated that we can read. I don't understand why he put read in quotes, because technically that's what telepathy is. You can read people's minds. Anyone can read. If they're born with mirror neurons, everyone is born with mirror neurons. Everyone is born with mirror neurons. Everyone is born with mirror neurons. So you can read somebody else's mind, because we have neurons that act as automatic mirrors. That's what it says. And it says many studies have proven that, have demonstrated. Do you know a demonstration is proof? Like, for example, I'm demonstrating this remote control. This is proof. This is a phenomenon. This remote control is an observable fact. It is real. It is real. I am demonstrating it to you. I am showing to you that it is a fact. So it is real. And he literally just said, many studies have demonstrated that we can read. It doesn't matter if you put it in quotes, because when you're putting it in quotes, it can mean anything else. Like, it can mean we can observe other people's minds, we can assess other people's minds, we can tell what other people are thinking, for example. So yeah, like, reading is the same as that. I don't know how to describe it. You know, when people say, oh, I can read that person, or I'm reading that person, that's what they mean by that. Like, you can read what that person is thinking. And that, by definition, is empathy, because I'm about to look up the definition of empathy, and I feel like I don't understand how this is real, but then simultaneously, y'all hacked. Hold on, I'm going on the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Merriam-Webster. Empathy is literally the action of understanding, being aware, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of another, of either the past or present, without having the feelings, thoughts, and experience fully communicated in an objectively explicit manner. In the sense of what I'm doing right now, I'm communicating in an objectively explicit manner. Speaking like this, blah, 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 that is with my mouth. Blah, 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 blah. Forming words with my mouth, that is communicating in an objectively explicit manner. When you have empathy, I'm going to read this again. When you have empathy, you are engaging in the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of another, of either the past or present, without having the feelings, thoughts, and experience fully communicated in an objectively explicit manner. In other words, you're being telepathic. What is vicarious? Vicarious. The word vicarious means experience or realize through imaginative or sympathetic participation in the experience of another. Like, I don't know how else to describe it, because telepathy technically happens in your imagination. Like, it happens in your mind. Imagination, I'm about to look up the word imagination so we can look at definitions for that word, because it is synonymous with mind. It is synonymous with mind. Imagination. The act or power of forming a mental image of something not present to the senses or never before wholly perceived in reality. Creative ability to confront and deal with a problem. The thinking or active mind. That is what imagination is. So empathy literally is the mind. It's your mind. It's telepathy. Telepathy is associated with your mind. So, and the mind and the brain, whatever, the mind, the brain, there are mirror neurons. And for everyone to have been born with them, because, okay, I'm about to look up an image of a brain. Actually, I'm about to look up, can you be born without a brain? Or, hold on, can you be born without neurons? Because if you have mirror neurons, you have neurons. If you have neurons, you have mirror neurons. There's no possible way. Because if birds have puny brains like that, you would think that birds would all be psychopathic and evil and against love and all this nonsense that human beings engage in. And birds don't do that. It says, brainfacts.org. It says, are you born with all your brain cells or do you grow new ones? It says most of the neurons in your brain were created before you were born. But some areas of the brain make new neurons after birth in a process. So that means you are born with mirror neurons. Because babies can tell. That's why babies cry when they see someone fighting, for example. Babies cry. Babies don't sit there and laugh. Ha 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 ha. Babies cry when they see someone genuinely fighting. When they see violence, babies cry. They don't sit there and go, yay, give me more. No, that's not what happens. So, I'm just saying, this right here is preposterous. Clearly, this man doesn't have mirror neurons, because if he had if telepathy is a phenomenon as he says, and knowledge of future events and clairvoyance, he would be aware, because telepathy happens instantaneously and there's no distance to it. Because when you see birds murmuring, they don't have a leader. It's like the one at the complete opposite of that murmuration and the one at this opposite, they just know to work in synchronicity. There's no leader. They just know to work in synchronicity and go this way or go that way. And they form this perfect organism that's one without needing any fucking type of fucking like guidance or education. They're just doing it naturally. If he has mirror neurons, he would be able to tell that I am saying this right now. I wouldn't have, because according to empathy, the word empathy, it is a vicarious experience, as in of the thoughts of somebody else. It's telepathy, without them having to objectively state it, objectively explicitly state it, which is what I'm doing right now by posting this on YouTube. If people were telepathic, I wouldn't even have YouTube. YouTube would just be for would be for fun. It wouldn't be for posting stuff like this. It wouldn't be for posting stuff like this. It would be for fun. For example, like music videos or music or just art videos or just like comedy videos. It would be for fun. It wouldn't be for videos asking for help and wondering why people aren't being fucking telepathic and having to objectively explicitly state something. Because this is coming from reality. This isn't coming from theater. This isn't theater, dude. YouTube would be for histrionics and theater if telepathy was real. That would be the only reason why YouTube would exist. That would be its only purpose. For histrionics and theater. Theater as in like film theater, because film and theater, they associate with each other. Art. YouTube would be for art. Because if people are telepathic, that's the only reason why they would see those images, because they're pleasing to the mind. Somebody would create those images because they're pleasing to the mind. That's the only reason. And some people like the creative process. Some people like the artistic process. Some people like to create art. Some people like AI, for example. Some people like it for it to... When you use AI, though, I feel like you're using that when there's desperation, not when there's telepathy, dude. When there's desperation, you use AI. And I'm desperate right now. I'm experiencing desperation. That is why I'm posting this video. That is why I'm posting this video, because I'm desperate, dude. For lack of a better word, desperate. I am desperate. I am in distress. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy, because when I'm happy, I'm not doing this. I would be posting a video that has to do with art or something funny. This isn't funny to me. This isn't funny. It might be funny to abusers and sadists, but it's not funny to me. I'm not having a good time. I would rather this be not a part of my life or a part of my image. I would rather, like, if we're talking about image, you know, the thing that artists create, because artists like to create, it's kind of like wearing clothes. It's kind of like wearing clothes. It's like you have, but this I wouldn't be wearing if I had a choice as to what I could wear. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? I don't want to wear this. I'm wearing this out of necessity, not out of art. I'm doing this video out of necessity, not out of theater. Theater, when you're telepathic, theater isn't for fucking necessity, dude. Unless someone within y'all isn't telepathic and everyone else is. And you have to make them aware that telepathy is real. Do you understand what I mean?